Opportunity to speak at my Aunt Jennifer's funeral. And for anybody that didn't know her, I'm sure there's a lot of people in here that did know her because a lot of y'all were there, but for anyone that didn't know her, she was one of the most wild and passionate people that I knew, and she did everything that she did with love and with sincerity. And when Dan asked me to give this word, I didn't know what I should or shouldn't change, but just to fit it better for a Sunday morning rather than a funeral service. But I think I wanted to keep this message because I think it's what the Lord gave to me that day, because I wasn't necessarily even looking for anything when I was reading for Jennifer, so I'm just going to get to it. Probably the biggest thing that she taught me with how she lived her life was how important it was to simply enjoy the things that God gave to you instead of focusing on what you don't have or what you've lost. And in the book of Ecclesiastes, the teacher begins the whole book by saying that everything is meaningless. That's just the King James translation. I think ESV says vanity. But neither of those words are entirely accurate. It's translated from the Hebrew, hevel, which literally means mist or vapor. But when used as a metaphor in this book, it means like something that's temporary, like mist. You try to grab onto it, and you can't. It's not really there forever for you. And so throughout the first few chapters, the teacher reflects on everything he's done in his long life and all that he's experienced, only to come to the conclusion that none of it's going to matter after he dies. Everything that he's so worried about right now, and that life is unpredictable and it can seem unfair. And that bad things happen to good people, and vice versa. The same thing happens the other way around. But since all earthly pursuits are hevel, temporary, we can't bring anything with us to heaven. We can't bring our money, our house, our clothes, not even our nice vehicles or anything. So this raises the question, what do we do with the life God gave us if basically everything we can be worried about is temporary? The second chapter, verses 24 and 25, answer this by telling us just to enjoy what God gave us. The scripture says, "There's nothing better for a person than that he should eat and drink and find enjoyment in his toil. This also I saw is from the hand of God. For apart from him, who can eat or who can have enjoyment?" And this scripture just obviously reveals that even the simple things that we overlook, like even, like you said, eating or drinking or working, we take it for granted because those things are from God. It's a privilege to be able to even do that stuff at all. So my Aunt Jennifer was an amazing example of this, because even before she got sick, she worked at Tijuanitas. Every time we saw her there, she would always greet us with a smile and remind us how much she loved us with sincerity. She was never not a part of our family. And even in her sickness, she never gave up or despised her situation. And she decided not to let it define her life. And she wanted to live with passion and love for everything she did and simply just enjoy what God gave her instead of focusing on what she was losing. And I think we can all learn a lot from the life that she lived. Because do you ever think about how we're so blessed every single day that we become desensitized to it? I want to encourage everybody in here to think about something that they've taken for granted and thank God for it. We spend so much time focused on what we want, and they're often physical, worldly things that don't even matter, that we completely ignore the things that we're blessed with and forget to glorify the one who gave it all to us, including his son. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with just enjoying what God gave us, as my Aunt Jennifer lived. And we don't always need to be on the lookout for the next big thing for us, because we can just find enjoyment in what God's given us.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So I heard that, and it encouraged me, and I thought I'd get him to share that, and it sort of ties in with what we're going to be